1 in 5 female university students are reportedly engaged in relationships with older men or women in exchange for money, a lifestyle that is termed as the sponsor culture. That's according to the study conducted by Busara Center for Behavioral Economics in 2020. So the rising trend in the country is largely attributed to a mix of factors, including unemployment, misplaced ambitions, and the diminishing role of parents in their children's lives. And as Marianne Nyambura now reports, HIV stakeholders in the continent have been now saying that they're concerned about the role of these sponsors in the spread of HIV and AIDS. Watch.
Monday morning in Nakuru, we meet a 26-year-old lady so as to conceal her real identity. Let's call her Betty. Betty is making breakfast and doing a few house chores before she can rush to work. She is among hundreds of young girls in the country who are involved in relationships with older men, commonly known as sponsors. Despite having a job, she chose this route.
For the past 2 years, nimekuwa na sponsor. Nilikuwa na my last born sister, alikuwa anasoma, alinisaidia kumsomesha, na pia mtoto wa sister yangu second born amekuwa akisoma. So haijakuwa ati si challenge up and down kutomuona. Nilipata plot pipeline 50 by 100. Na pia kukaa na yeye ilikuwa hakuwa anataka kunionyesha kwa wengine. Ilikuwa ni kama kitu secrets.
Not too far away, we meet another woman. Let's call her Christine. Christine knows all too well the risks involved in these relationships, and though many choose to remain silent over this culture that is creeping in, she shares her story.
Kwangu mimi nilikana sponsor taka alikuwa mtu kwa mwezi, akanijengea, akanisaidia sana pia maana nilisoma, nilijengewa kwetu.
The two women only represent a fraction of thousands of both young and older men and women in the country who choose this path. But the two know all too well the risks involved.
I had that fear at first when it comes to HIV, STIs, hizo magonjwa. But we got tested.
Sengine wezi mpigia, wagoja kupigia. Tena wagopa, weza shikwa na mkewe. Tena ujue kwamba ukiona sponsor, wewe siwe peke yako.
The sponsor culture has slowly but surely become engraved in Kenyan society. A simple yet complex web involving older men, women, and the youth who choose to discreetly remain in relationships owing to certain factors. Tonight, we tell you about this grim reality and why it is a growing concern to many parents out there. This practice is rooted in other sub-Saharan cultures as well. In South Africa, for instance, sponsors are known as blessers, and the term is a part of a popular culture and lingo amongst young people. Millicent Rono, a psychologist and a parent, says certain factors contribute to the sponsor culture, such as unemployment, broken family relationships, need for the youth to acquire money fast, have contributed to the rise in the sponsor culture.
There is a way, subtly, as parents or as caregivers, we are pushing our children towards that kind of direction. Yeah, and then there is also pressure, the peer pressure, and the fact that we all want to get rich quick. We've lost the value of working hard.
Psychologists say the groups largely affected by this culture include college and university students aged between 18 to 23 years, graduates seeking employment opportunities, and older single women and men. So just how do we change the narrative and bring up a different breed of youth?
I find that young ladies, the ones I deal with, can be very difficult once they're adamant about the direction they're taking. Sasa ukiwaambia what you're doing is wrong, the more they'll do it. So most of the time you let that pan out. You let them hit a point where it's not working. They are unhappy about the relationship they are in. And then now you start talking to them from that angle and from that perspective. But you have to want to change.
According to Patricia Acero, the chair of the International Community of Women Living with HIV, the culture is not new, but has only evolved over time.
I think the name has just changed, and the name is now the sponsor. And because of social media, it has been hyped.
Patricia warns that this lifestyle could be damning to the lives of those involved in the future if this belief system goes unchecked. The risk of acquiring HIV, she says, is also higher owing to these relationships. With the National AIDS Control Council, NACC, previously reporting that HIV prevalence for women in Kenya stood at 7%, as opposed to 4.7% for men. With rising unemployment levels in Kenya and around the African continent, more young people will feel alienated from economic opportunities. And the sponsor route could offer a quick solution for their current predicament. But at what cost? Miriam Nyambura, Citizen TV.